Still not fully over that. Okay. Let's see what we got going. Okay. And boom. This. Oh. Okay. Not my. And boom. Okay. This. Oh. Okay. Not my. And boom. Okay. This. Oh. Okay. Not my. And boom. Okay. This. Oh. There we go. Okay. Not my. And boom. Okay. See here. This. Oh. Get to live. There we go. Chat. Okay. Not my. And boom. Okay. See here. This. Oh. Get to live. Chat. Okay. Not my. And boom. Okay. See here. This. Oh. Get to live. Chat. Okay. Not my. And boom. Okay. See here. This. Oh. Get to live. Chat. Okay. Wow, that's just going to keep repeating itself, I guess. I'm going to keep repeating myself. Where is... Oh, it must be Kick. I don't have it pulled up. Yep. Okay, there we go. Wow. Is everything really that loud, or is it just repeating feedback? Is that what was going on? And it kept getting louder and louder and louder? Wouldn't surprise me at all. Oh, it's from me coughing. Okay. My compressor's just not working, is it? Gotta love that. Oh, I gotta get this audio fixed up. I've hit a little bit of a dead end on using my plugins. I can't get OBS to detect my native plugins. And my Reaper plugins, as well as my Klanghelm plugin, are just being blocked by Windows 11 completely. They're like, yeah, we don't trust it, so therefore you don't get to use it. And I'm like, okay, can I override it? No. So now I'm looking to trying to find forums to help me get around that system. And it doesn't seem like anybody has figured a workaround on it yet. So it's really, really frustrating. Really frustrating working with that. It's, yeah. It's very, very, very irritating. But anyway, guys. So, updates from YouTube. We're going over a lot today. We're going to have some fun. We're going to be making fun of leftists in general. Yeah. You know, all that good stuff. Let's see. Okay. What? Okay. Good job, YouTube. Where are we? Okay, I think we got just about everything. We got about everything going. Tired of streaming to zero? Oh, I'm tired of you coming into my chat, you freaking bots. Get out. Is that all Kick is good for? I send my stream over to Kick, and they repay me by sending literally just bots over. I can't get... I can't get anybody to come over to my stream. And it's really weird. How do you get somebody over there? You know? Tap in got you for life. Hello, W. Dill. Well, never mind. Maybe I did just get someone. Maybe you guys just got to talk crap about Kick and send people in. That's wild. Oh, man. How you doing? Hey, Lucids. Day's going pretty good. Going pretty good. We walked, we did a whole nature trail walk with the kids. Got their energy, well, I'd like to say burnt down, but they're more hyper than ever now. So... You know, go figure. Some days are like that. Usually we run the crap out of them. And they chill out, but not today. I don't know if it's just because they've been cooped up because of the storms or what. It's been storming its rear end off. But anyway, yeah, it's, I don't know. It's really, really frustrating. Been on Kick for a while now, and I get, like, if I could get, like, a thumbnail or something to, like, get people's attention, but Kick just doesn't have that. For some reason. I don't know why. It'd be nice to upload a little picture or something to get people's attentions, but unless you have a very, very, very good title, I just don't see a way to do it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Kick is, maybe I'm doing Kick wrong. Let me know. Anyway, guys, YouTube. This is getting a little out of control, you know? No, the leftists really wanting to turn West Virginia left? Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of those. They're wanting to turn everything left, but, you know, I mean, it's never going to happen. 15% of the population's not going to take over the rest. Just not going to happen. Not here in America. But anyway, YouTube just uploaded. They just made a tweet at 1 p.m. And they're like, which workout videos actually got you moving? Man, that COVID went straight to my lungs, and that is not good. But anyway, mine again, huh? Look at all these tweets underneath here. These people are very upset. Everybody's upset with YouTube right now. I don't think they're going to be making very many comments on YouTube in general, or on X in general, for a while. I bet they go quiet for a bit. You know, they have stop suppressing free speech, which is our First Amendment right in this country. Bring back Milo and Nick Fuentes. This is probably the most inspirational maybe real Alex Jones can make for... Oh, hey, yeah. Yeah. I love that response. That's fantastic. Good one. You lied and continue to silence free speech. Now, they haven't necessarily lied. They're just dragging their feet, which is typical. Here in about a month or so, maybe we could say they lied. That would be something, you know? Or not even a month. Maybe in about I'll give them a week. I'll give them 1 week, you know? Ugh. 1 whole week should be enough for us to determine whether YouTube has actually lied or not. Why you asking? So you can ban those too? Yeah, right? Exactly. Please unban Nick Fuentes. A lot of Nick Fuentes people on here. None. I don't need YouTube anymore. Bring back original InfoWars and all its videos, and I'll start YouTube again. Yeah, that was one of the... You know what got me into, like, urban videos and stuff, or in general, what also got me into politics? It was just wild. It was Alex Jones crashing the Bohemian party. That was so cool. Listening to that, like, the way he presented it, it didn't seem very, how would I put it? It didn't seem very political per se. It was a very, very, very apolitical video. And I appreciated that quite a bit. Quite a bit. I thought it was amazing to just watch him be like, hey, here's all the world's most powerful people. It doesn't matter left or right. George Bush goes here. The Clintons go here. All this stuff. Here it is. And what do out here? They do this weird ritual. It's very, very, you know, as they come out and they say they're Christian and stuff, and yet they're doing this kind of weird, very much non-Christian looking ritual that they're doing and whatnot. You know, it's just odd, right? All the most powerful people in the world doing the weirdest stuff. What's it about? And him going undercover and just filming everything in this very, very secret society. Pretty cool thing to watch. It was amazing. One of the best videos I think I've ever seen on YouTube to this day. Not very much got me more excited than that. Just being like, oh, this is so creepy. This is wild. It felt like one of those, you know, like somebody happened upon an old abandoned mansion. They started searching through it, you know. That's kind of just what it felt like, except there were more risks. There were people there that hadn't, like, the ability to possibly recognize you and see who you were and determine if you're, like, an imposter or not. It was a lot of fun. I really miss that stuff, and YouTube has no idea what it did by getting rid of that. But anyway, the ones from Alex Jones, like, nobody here. Look at all this stuff. STFU, you imbeciles. You have gone on your word yet again. And the thing about it is unfortunately, there's one of the rare times I'm going to come out and say, hey, I think everyone kind of got this wrong a little bit. Like, YouTube came out. They said, hey, we're going to create a pathway for these people to come back. And everybody took that to mean, like, this is what they said, right? Like, where was it? Without YouTube, I wouldn't be, was it on this channel? Coming soon. No, it wasn't. Oh, here we go. Okay, no, that's not it. Let's see. Brand deal. YouTube is meeting with creators. Was it on this channel? Was it on this account? No, it was not. So it's probably on Team YouTube. Access. A lot of new info about exciting new features. Okay. Yep, nope. They have not. Is it YouTube creators? One of these accounts made this. I can't remember which one. YouTube has like, I don't know why YouTube has done this. This is so frustrating. YouTube could have done this all with one single freaking account. Okay. Let's see. Path to, okay. What was the way that they said it? Pathway back to YouTube. Ah, crap, I hit it instead of Y. Okay, it got... I could have swore I put back, but whatever. Okay, really? I can't, we terminated the channels as it's still against our rules previously. Okay, there's that too. They're saying it isn't available yet and will be a limited pilot program to start. Anyway, all this to... I wish they would have linked the original tweet. I wish... oh, well. Anyway, what they were saying with the original tweet is, hey, we got a thing coming. We're going to be able to let people come back. Okay? And people took that a little bit too far out of context. And that's what sucks, you know? You know, Alex is looking very rough. He's older for sure, but he's very fit now. I think people just don't expect that much of a change, but I think he looks really good. YouTube needs to make it clear that it will not be instant. Exactly. And, you know, I think they did. Was it not Team YouTube? Like, some terminated creation. This would be a limited pilot project. Oh, this is the original tweet. My bad. It was right in front of me. We had a lot of questions about a pathway back to YouTube for some terminated creators to set up a new channel. This will be a limited pilot project that will be available to a subset of creators in addition to those channels terminated for policies that have been depreciated. Or, yeah, deprecated. Not depreciated. What am I saying that for? That have been deprecated. More to come soon. So they're saying, hey, we're going to give you all more info here in a few. We're looking into ways that, you know, that's what YouTube's doing. They never should have made this announcement. Okay? They never should have made the announcement without having the tools ready to go from the get-go. Because people are very upset by this. A lot of people's careers were ruined. This is one of those things to where you don't want to keep people waiting like it's, like you're unveiling a new, like a new phone or something. Like, oh, guess what the new S1 million has coming out? You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, the suspense. It's like, nobody wants suspense on their livelihood. Nobody wants suspense on their dreams being ended. Okay? And going, oh my gosh, suspense? Are my dreams coming back? Only to find out that they might not be. Right? You know what I mean? Like, it's a little silly to dangle that, like, right in front of people. And then not immediately have the tools to access. It was a very foolish thing for YouTube to do. Because they're looking at people who are like, hey, we want to get a pathway back to YouTube. Stay tuned until next month. And it's like, oh, good, I got to just wait 30 days? For what? You know what I mean? Like, don't announce it early. Just a really, really, really stupid thing to do. So yeah, it's very, very frustrating in general. It was just a boneheaded move on YouTube's part, really. Very boneheaded thing to do. But you can see here, very clearly, everybody here is absolutely just giving YouTube the, like, just reaming them. You know, so much for restoring accounts. I'm testing my reaction speed, 0.03 seconds when the unskippable ad hits the 0 is the current record. I don't know if this guy has smoked too much meth or what, but that is... Why even post that? You should not ask Biden about this. You see, people are probably very broken English. You are a fascist communist. Every time I try to watch a workout video, it's plagued with ads, so I just quit watching videos on YouTube. You get 30 seconds into a video and get hit with a 50-second ad. That's not YouTube doing that. I can tell you that. Most of the time. That's going to be the guy at the workout video inserting those ads. We control those. Now, I have automated ads, which means sometime in the, depending on how long the stream is, I think an ad will show up for some people about, I don't know, every 30 minutes or so in my live stream, maybe. Maybe once an hour. I'm really not sure. I don't know how YouTube has it set up, but I do have automated ads. Maybe you guys will be able to tell me. The vast majority of Democrats have never owned a firearm. They are clearly responsible for a terrible act committed by a non-affiliated voter with no ties to left-wing groups from an NRA family. I'm not sure what you're talking about. They're clearly responsible for a terrible act committed by a non-affiliated voter. Are you talking about, like, surely you don't mean that the extreme left-wing shooter that ended Charlie Kirk, the one that literally has a trans boyfriend, you wouldn't think is a MAGA guy, right? I don't think, there's no way people are actually defending that, like, outright. Correct? Like, it's a little wild. It's a little weird whenever they're saying, writing on the bullets, hey, fascist catch, and whenever the guy says Charlie Kirk was offensive, because God knows that Charlie Kirk offended a lot of right-wing people, right? He was offensive. Yeah, I don't think anybody could be that silly, right? I would hope not. Genuinely would hope not. That just doesn't even make sense. Yep, that MAGA trans dude, yeah. I don't know. I don't think you could have possibly meant that. There's no way I read that right. Fix your lame trash UI, 6 videos per page. Thumbnails don't need to be 1,000 times bigger. Good Lord. You can zoom out. Relax. Holy crap. Some people, okay. Let me see. Surely, like, is it that big of a deal? Don't need 6 per page. So scrolling down sucks. What if I zoom out? Oh, wow. What if I zoom out more? Okay. There we go. Oh, wow. Oh, it's so hard. It's so difficult to do that. Oh, my gosh. Look at that. Oh, those poor babies. That guy's so mad. Do you see that? You see how easy that is? Does anybody need to see this again? You want to watch some stuff? It's so hard to scroll, too. Oh, my gosh, it's so bad. You know what else you could do, too? A lot of the stuff that's down there at the bottom will come up if you just hit the refresh button, too. Oh, wow. Look at that. People, you know. This guy's so mad. It's very funny, though. Just, oh, fix your lame trash UI, 6 videos per page. Oh, that guy needs some help. That guy needs some serious help. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Anyway, let's see. They got a genie out of the bottle and they can't put it back in the post they made. Yeah, exactly. Let's, all right, we've got all this. I think we see. They are, oh my gosh. This is crazy. So many comments. Those quick hit routines always fire me out. Oh, a serious, serious one followed by an FU. I love it. All right. Let's go over to, let's take this.
I met the head of, I met the head of Somalia. Did you know that? And I suggested that maybe he'd like to take her back. He said, I don't want her. Okay. What else? I met the head of Somalia.
I would have just been like, too bad. She's going back. Oh, man, that's funny. That's a very funny thing. Still not turning down the hateful rhetoric. Got it. Yeah, oh, wow, that's hateful to deport people who came into the country illegally. I know, it's just so mean. So mean. It's so mean to punish those who break our laws. It's just not a nice thing to do. Why punish criminals? Crazy how that works, isn't it? You know, come into our country without asking, and then you just get a pat on the back and we give you money. It's just like, wow. They're really going to learn from that. They're going to really learn that it's very, you know, very much a punishment to have to give you guys, have to give them money, let them just stay in our country and, you know, just no punishment whatsoever. It's amazing. It's amazing how dumb these people are. You know. Ilhan Omar said the nastiest S about Charlie F. Her, you know. I'm sorry, between the assassination and the random political violence, I totally forgot that it's our responsibility to lower the temperature. Exactly. You know, this person just, you know, getting shredded up in the comments. Because, you know, sane people, they understand. The insane ones, they're just going to keep spouting off. They're just going to keep sitting there and talking about how much they want to end us all. Like, I just posted, let's see here. Posted this earlier. Look at this nice threat that I got on YouTube. This guy said if Destiny had written birthday leaders to Epstein, very, very intelligent person that I'm talking to, by the way. You know, those who threaten, they always show themselves to be incredibly intelligent. If Destiny had written birthday leaders to Epstein, rode on his plane, rode on his planes, transferred money into Epstein's accounts, met with his wife on the Lolita Express, and more, you would never SDF up about it. All your wrong sense of your, no capitalization. All losers. So, like, just absolutely so hard to read his garbage. With that word, I can't say on YouTube, who need to die or be sterilized. Can't have a functioning society ran by a suicidal death cult. That's the people I get on YouTube. You know? That's the people I get. Just, you know, those are the guys telling us to tell the temperature down. The ones who tell us that we need to die and all that stuff. Just crazy. The ones who shoot at us. All that good stuff, you know what I mean? Just amazing how these people think, you know. I can't afford groceries. We don't want her either. Okay. You can't afford groceries because of people like Ilhan Omar being in our country. You know? So, epic, Mr. President, now you could stop pretending to be a comedian and do something helpful for anyone other than yourself. Well, look, here's the thing. There's going to be absolutely no leftists who pay attention to any of the good stuff Trump is doing. Right now, they're complaining about farmers needing a bailout at the end because of the tariffs. And they just don't pay attention to what's going on. We have tariffs now. Farmers are losing money by not being able to send it all out. Farmers generally probably have about $3 billion that they bring in that they're missing. Okay? We have brought in like $13 billion alone in the industries, specifically the farming industry, in tariffs. Therefore, the $3 billion payout is not a problem. We can give them a big ol' check to balance them at the end. So they don't actually lose any money, they make money. And the left is going, that's our taxpayer money. They need bailouts. No, they've paid for this. They don't get the bailouts. We should vote against the bailouts. And it's like, you know, I look like Tim Pool. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. I do have hair. So, you know, something, I won't bald. I do get gray very fast. I will be fully gray-headed by the time I'm 35. Like, just the way it runs in my family there. You know, got that Native American hair. So, just does what it does. Goes gray. We all have forms of oldness that appear early. Kind of. Everybody has something that, you know, just makes them look aged overnight. Just always got to wonder which one it is that someone's going to get. Anyway, some people are very, very rarely, you know, manage to look young their entire life. Hey, Firehawk. Walmart Tim Pool, surprised that he got one unhinged YouTube hate comment. That's cute. Yeah. No, I get hate comments all the time. I have an email of a guy telling me to deep throat a shotgun and that he's going to come to my house and do it, you know, if I don't do it or something like that. It's just like, yeah. Tough guys behind the keyboard. It's hilarious. You just got to ignore it. It's funny stuff. But, you know, I would have taken Temu, Tim Pool. I mean, Walmart, that's kind of outdated, isn't it? Authoritarian far extreme lefties don't understand basic economics. They really don't. I'll get to the farmer stuff here later on because they're all making fun of it. And they're like, no, we don't need to give the farmers a bailout. And it's like, so you want to eat dirt? Because I don't think you're going to grow anything, lady. I don't think you're going to grow a damn thing. I would willingly bet that she will sit there and complain as her grocery stores run out of food. But it's really hilarious. I'll get to it here later on. Just going through all this, having some time with the fun stuff. Anyway, let's watch the Charlie Kirk stuff. Waiting for my YouTube family to end so I can give all this Native American stuff back to people who deserve them. Okay. You know what? You know why those Native American people? It's not like this is how racist the left is. Do you think people like me are like, oh, these white people, they took our stuff and they're hanging it on our walls. Dang it! I need my dishes back. Or do you think maybe they like, I don't know, made them and sold them, made probably some money? You know, it's nice. You know, our family used to make the bone necklaces and stuff way back in the day. We stopped doing that. I don't know why. Guess it's a lot of work. But anyway, learned how to do it as a kid. I haven't done it in a while either. I'm not very good at physical art. I'm very good at music. That's where my stuff is. So I just can't physically do stuff with my hands that well. That artistic. So my stuff just didn't come out as cool. But what's really funny is it's like, you know, at the end of the day, these plates, I'm very confident, did not need to be at anybody's table. You know what I mean? I don't think any Native American people are missing their stuff. I'm pretty sure they sold it. I'm pretty sure they appreciate that their art was beautiful enough for someone to be like, I would love to have these and hang them up on my wall. You know what I mean? I think they probably think that's awesome. I would know. I live in Oklahoma. It's pretty common to find Native American shops that are very, very happy to have people come in. But this really incredibly racist leftist, as they are, thinks for some reason that these people want this stuff back. You know? It's unbelievable. I bet she tries to sell it back to him too. Like, oh, they're like, oh, we sold these. And she's like, oh, well, can I get my money back for them? That's probably the exact way she would be about it. Oh, it's just sad, isn't it? Look at the actual artwork. She can't be this dumb. She knows it's artwork. Wow. What a dumb lady. Let's see what people are saying. Hating your country is like hating your parents and still living in their home. Move out, be happy somewhere else. Why are the atrocities committed by Native Americans always ignored by the left? Who cares? Everybody committed atrocity. Every single tribe, every single group, just about. I mean, not every single tribe. Every single group, every single, like, quote-unquote race of person has had tribes that have done horrific crap. I mean, it's completely and totally ridiculous. It's, you know what's funny? White liberal women, I think, don't realize that they came from tribes. I think they think white people were always sophisticated, so they're like, oh, we have to take it easy on these heathens, you know? Pretty sure that they don't understand that all of us started off as hunter-gatherers. Every single race, every single person, every single, like, anybody on this planet has come from a lineage that once used to do hunting and gathering. Not very hard to figure that out. Every one of us did all the same tribal crap back when we were really dumb, really, you know, tribal. Yeah. Killings were crazy. Saw somebody that wasn't from your own tribe, you immediately recognized them, you probably were ending their life, you know? Very barbaric. But whatever, you know. By the way, I'm close friends with some natives. They do not like white people having some of these pieces. That is a dead-ass lie. But are just as upset with the select natives who sell them to the white folks. That's so stupid. That is so stupid. You are so full of crap. Where do you live? Missoula? Really? I don't think he lives anywhere near natives. Okay, yeah, I doubt it. Tribes make money selling the art to white people. Yeah, see, there you go. They don't want it back. Exactly. Exactly. I see several pieces with ribbons attached, which indicate that, to me, that they're pieces of artwork created by somebody in the family and entered in a contest. Maybe? I didn't see any... What? Where? What ribbons? Oh, these ribbons up here? Okay, so, okay, those probably weren't specific Native American artwork. That, or they bought the pieces that won at a fair, and they were like, hey, this is for sale. This is the ribbon that I won with it, too. You know, here's a bit of, you know, story with it. I don't know. I hate when people sell their prize, like their winning trophies. That's weird to me. I don't like it. Yeah, some races are still hunter-gatherers. Some. I don't know if there's much gathering to be had in some of those areas these days. But, yeah. It's, I don't know. People need to just kind of get over it. So ridiculous. They're sitting there thinking that Native Americans are mad about white people coming in and giving them money for their art. Yeah, I'm sure they're so upset. Oh, God, you're going to pay me for that? Oh, no. At my asking price, too? Oh, jeez. Oh, this is such a bad day.
Father, forgive them.
So now the thing is to mock how she's grieving and question everything about how her behavior is.
For they not know what they do. That man, that young man, I forgive him.
Wow, you really showed us, lady. You freaking psychopath. Oh my God. Like, oh man, the left. It's so hard. It's so hard to watch half of their stuff. It's so embarrassing. It's so cringy. Yeah, it makes me genuinely uncomfortable. That's wild. Man. She's sitting there making fun of her for saying I forgive him. Yeah, it's just wild. The left just does not believe in empathy whatsoever. They don't forgive anybody they consider an enemy whatsoever. They don't understand what it means either. It's okay to forgive the guy. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. You know, and people seem to think that it's like, oh, Jesus just forgives people and then, you know, turns the other cheek or whatever. And it's just like, that's not what he says at all. That's not how it goes. They're confusing everything to do with Jesus. Jesus literally felt empathy and forgave the man who was on the cross dying. And he didn't pull him off the cross and save him. He didn't do it because he knew the guy was getting what he bargained for. You know? But that doesn't mean you have to hate the person for it at that point in time. They're getting their appropriate punishment. That was Jesus' message. You know what I mean? But these leftists think that Jesus was this all-encompassing saint that, like, was, like, no matter what, there's a guy robbing an old lady in the street, and he just starts beating the tar out of her, and Jesus is like, you must forgive him. And then walks away and lets him do that. No, Jesus was like, kill that man. You know what I mean? We forgive you for what you've done, but you're goodbye. You know, like, he didn't explicitly call for death per se, but he called for the appropriate punishment. You know what I mean? So it's just really, really funny to see leftists try and twist that up. And it's like, that's not what happened. It's just not what happened at all. You can forgive people, but they need to get punished for their crimes. Exactly. I don't know. They could just have cracked the book open and read it a little bit and found out how wrong they were. But they like to pretend they know what the Bible says to mock Christians with. And it's like, that only works if you actually know what it says. You need, if you're wanting to mock someone for what they believe, make sure you know what they believe. You know, but anyway, let's, why do these videos automatically play?
How bad does it hurt? The Jimmy Kimmel's back, but you guys can't get your person back.
Jimmy Kimmel's not back. He ain't back at all. He's very mad, too. How's it feel?
Hey, MAGA, how bad does it hurt? The Jimmy Kimmel's back, but you guys can't get your person back.
She's just making fun of Charlie Kirk. I mean, that's pretty bad, you know. There is that aspect, but Kimmel's not back. But here's a fact, though, you know. Like, even if he was able to come back, nobody's going to be watching that dude. he hadn't had anybody watching him at all for a reason. He can't hold an audience. He absolutely can't. He's losing them $40 million a year. You don't ever look at the facts, though, and then you find out. That's why he's not coming back. They're really not wanting to let him come back. They're playing it up. Pretending like, oh, we're fighting for free speech on one hand, but also, please, we don't want to lose all this money anymore. And that's what's going on right now. Dumb people. Very, very, very dumb people. So, I'm going to scroll through Libs for a bit here because she always finds a lot of people who make fun of Charlie Kirk, you know? Michigan Democrat congressional candidate Shelby Campbell doubles down saying that people in her district will agree with her on laughing over Charlie Kirk's assassination because they're all black. Okay, let's see this.
Hi, Michiganders, specifically Detroiters. Do you guys care that Charlie Kirk has passed away? Yeah, I didn't think so because my district is primarily...
Why didn't you wait for people to, like, answer? Why didn't you live stream this and wait for people to answer in your comment section and see?
Black people. And Charlie Kirk said awful things about black people.
Did
So, no, I think
Name
my
one.
district will like me because I advocate for them as a white person. So...
Well, good job, lady. That's crazy, isn't it? You know? Democrat candidate, Congress, Michigan Shelby Campbell laughs like a maniac. Oh, this is not that long ago. Cool. Let's see. No, this is her. So this is her. And that's her response now. I see. Good Lord. She looks gross. Wow. Oh, wow. That's so unfortunate for her. That's crazy. So apparently that's her response. Good luck, lady. That's wild. So she's doubling down on it. That was 34 minutes ago. So that's great. So that was her response to that video we just watched. Yeah. Yeah, that's really, really, really stupid. She's going to find out. She's going to get kicked out really quickly. She ain't going to be running for office. She ain't going to be a candidate for very long. What a hilarious... Oh, I'm not following... Okay, let's follow up. Oh, God, no. Not Jordan Peterson. In wokeness. Follow these guys. They usually share some interesting stuff. Not that I follow them for entertainment. Not all of them, anyway. Jordan Peterson's okay on X. He goes on his weird meltdowns every now and then. Robert F. Kennedy, you know, he's going to give a lot of information of what's going on, so I need to follow that. And then In Wokeness just sometimes posts. Every now and then he'll post something that's like, oh, I should probably do a video over that. Most of the time, though, well, no, In Wokeness is pretty okay. There's a couple of these other accounts that are really, really bad. Oh, well. Meet Tom Lopez, an elected Democrat, alderman in Nashua, and licensed mental health counselor. He just allegedly posted this saying Charlie's kids don't deserve any sympathy. Jesus Christ. Like, what is up with these people in mental health? Like, almost every person in mental health has something really, really wrong with them. This is what's crazy. So back when my wife worked at a certain place, I won't say out loud. As you all know, my wife is a nurse. So there was a set of children's mental health, like psychologists or I can't remember if they were psychiatrists or psychologists. I'm pretty sure they were able to pass meds, so it was psychology. Or is that psychiatry? Crap, now I'm mixing them up. Whatever. I think they could pass meds, so I think they were in the, yeah, it would be psychiatric. That's right. So they were like kids psychiatric. They would, you know, medicate kids. And they were IV drug addicts. And the man's father is a doctor for this big hospital where my wife used to work. And they refused. The hospital floor was like, no, not letting you freaking junkies leave with PICC lines in your arm. Because if you suspect that they're abusing IV drugs, you do not let them go home with a PICC line in, so they could just add a needle to it and inject without having to break their own skin. That's a druggie's dream. They'll try to get into a hospital at any given time and get a PICC line. Now, if y'all don't know what a PICC line is, it's just a nice plastic insert that goes into your vein. So it'll go in here, and then you got a nice plastic tube that'll stick out just a little bit with like a rubber ending on it, so you can so you don't have to like actually go into your own skin to inject. So they can you know, they typically, if you go into the hospital, you get those put in. So that way they can just snap you right into an IV drip and all that, and they don't have to keep poking you over and over again. Druggies love to leave the hospital with those in their arms, and they will do a lot they can. They'll try to disconnect themselves and hide it, tape it down, and just kind of try to make the nurse forget that they ever had it in so they can go home and use those. And these people were like, no, we're leaving with our PICC lines in. And the nurses and stuff were like, no, you're not. That's not happening. And then doctor's orders came down for his son, and he was like, they're leaving with their PICCs in. And it was like, good job giving your kid. You are the worst absolute possible parent on the planet. Now, I know that this doctor was like in his 70s, and his kids are in their 40s. But it's like, why are you enabling them to ever have that? This is your territory, and you're allowing them, you know full well what they're going to use those PICC lines for. They should not be in a patient outside of the hospital, and yet you're going to let them leave with it in them? Garbage father. You know that guy was just trash. Didn't even really want to have kids, probably. Unbelievable, you know. So Tom Lopez here. Let's see what he's saying. Well, that compassion for others lasted a whole comment, huh? And Kirk is a rare example of a guy who absolutely got what he wanted. He considered it worth it. If only he'd thought of the families of those ended, but you are literally disagreeing with him over his own death. Yeah, and anyway, all that to say, too, that for some reason, it's the, like, psychiatric care and psychology, stuff like that. It's just the craziest people that could possibly work in it, just working there, you know. They're absolutely not fit to be looking inside of anybody else's mind. They can't even, you know, get control of their own. Well, like I said, it's wild. Anyway, he never wanted his people to die, you literal mental defect. His entire position, cut it off, I guess somebody cut off right here for some reason, was that violence is inevitable, and it shouldn't mean that people need to give up their right to self-defense. And this person responded back, if violence is inevitable, then he got what he wanted. No. It's like living, okay. Let's turn it this way. Let's try to use our thinking caps, Mr. Lopez. Try to think for just a second. If you live in the woods, surrounded by a bunch of bears, do you think at some point probably that there's a chance that you might get attacked? Okay, good. Glad we agree. Of course, at some point, a bear would try to attack you. Therefore, you have to shoot the damn thing. Now, if you live in a city surrounded by thousands of people, do you think maybe you might get attacked? Oh, well, what if we just get rid of guns? Okay, well, now the attacker has a knife and you don't. And also, let's say I do have a knife on me. Oh, great. Now I have to fight a guy with a knife when I don't want to fight? And if I don't fight, then I'm going to just get stabbed? Isn't that crazy? That is a wild, wild thing to make somebody go through. No, of course not. If I'm not looking to fight and I'm not wanting to get robbed and the guy comes to attack me, I don't even care if it's barehanded. I'm going to pull a pistol because I don't want to get hurt. I'm not looking for honor in a street fight or when I'm getting mugged or anything like that. I'm looking to go about my business. If he comes up me barehanded thinking he's going to try and take my stuff, I'm going to pull out something that I don't have to fight with, and I'm just going to pull the trigger. I'm not going to sit there and take that. And imagine this. What if it's a woman and a man barehanded? Who do you think's going to win that? Pretty amazing, huh? But the left is like, oh no, we got to get rid of it all. Oh yeah, so that way the creepy leftists can just grab a woman anytime they want. That's probably really what they want. So they can go out and just grab a woman at any given time. But here, let's see. What do we have coming up? Oh yeah, I got some of this. We should watch some of this here. This is going to be a good one. Let's see. Is it this one? Here, let's do this one right here.
Assumes
so this is great.
Why you support a president who contributes to the rhetoric that got your friend Charlie killed. We saw his rally recently. He said, "I hate my enemies." Stephen Miller said similar things. How can you support him when he contributed to what got Charlie killed?
Assumes facts, not evidence. What you said is not true.
70% of political violence is committed by Republicans.
Okay.
Look it up.
That's not true
DOJ
either.
just pulled it. The DOJ just pulled it from their website. DOJ just pulled the study from their website because they're delusional.
That's not true because
They just pulled it. Look it up.
Once you
the
pull
DOJ
the
pulled it from their website.
Once you
Go
pull
ahead.
the crazies out of there, it is overwhelmingly left-wing violence.
Google it.
We have had
Every single
No, I
person in the
understand.
audience, Google it right now.
You know, this is how we get here. So first of all, let me take.
Yeah, he's completely delusional. He is absolutely completely delusional. It is not right-wing people. I'm pretty sure the vast majority of those gang members, do you think they're conservative? That is the vast majority of gang violence in the United States. And if any of them are registered at all, which none of them are going to be registered to vote, but if any of them are registered, they are going to be left-wing. 100%. They're all going to be voting for Biden. They're all going to be voting for Obama. They're all going to be voting for Hillary Clinton. And you all know that. You all know damn well that that's exactly the case. So, no, you are incorrect. A vast majority, if you wanted to look something up, like, let me see. Let me see something. I wonder, out of all gun violence cases, how many on average are in percentage out of all gun violence cases? Okay? So, overall gun violence studies show demographics like age, race, criminal history rather than political affiliation. For example, the National Institute of Justice databases on public mass incidents, small subset of instances, shows perpetrators often insiders, employees or students with personal crisis, prior criminal records, 65%. So, okay. But there is no partisan breakdown. Let's see. No partisan breakdown whatsoever. Anyway, mass shootings, these represent less than 1% of gun deaths, but receive disproportionate attention. Analysis of 19 major incidents since 1999. Okay. Are they not going to be able to give us this? Personal gun ownership, Republican leaning is 48%, Democrat leaning, per capita gun death is higher, lower. What does this mean? This doesn't even make sense. This doesn't even give me a number. 25 to 28. Okay. Extremist killings, they're saying 75 to 80% are right-wing, but absolutely no examples of that. Less than 5% left-wing. Sources FBI and ADL. There's major issues with this, though. Absolutely major issues. Because the past, extremist killings, there's been 20 of them attempted this year. And yet, they have not counted any of those into any of these percentages. You have, out of all the mass shooters, I don't think there was a single right-wing mass shooter this year at all. Not that there's, normally many this year, but in the years. Massey now has the signatures for a full vote on the Epstein files. I'll have to look into that. Let's see. Republicans have held a majority in all three branches of government for the past 8 months. If there's a government shutdown, it will be a result of Republican incompetence. I mean, is that news? The neocons always shut the government down. Democrats are teaching their children that they shouldn't vote for candidates who were found guilty of felonies and were found liable for, then why did they vote for Joe Biden? Are they doing that? Because they voted for Joe Biden and, his daughter completely outed him through her journal saying that he was, diddling her. There are a lot of extreme left-wing groomers that have been in office. Look at all the trans people who were, showing up at schools, all the very pro-LGBT teachers who were teaching kids how to use butt plugs. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Republicans are really on that forefront there, aren't they? Democrats are really telling people, yeah, remember all those PORN books that Democrats were trying to show kids in the libraries? Genderqueer. That book literally is just, it's pornographic in nature. It has all of it in there, and it's disgusting. But anyway, let's continue here.
Take on the first part of the premise of your question, that it was President Trump's rhetoric that led to an
What
assassin.
sucks is it won't show the
killing our
political
friend
breakdown
Charlie
of
Kirk.
every single,
That's a
like,
blatant lie. It's a defamatory blaspheme, and it's inappropriate in this setting.
That's not what I said.
We know. Yes, it is.
No, I said he contributed to the political atmosphere.
Well, then you have no point.
tension.
Then your point is utterly empty.
What are you
Contributing to the atmosphere.
The
This
president.
guy was, no, let's just make clear. Let's just make clear. This guy was motivated by leftist ideology. We know it from the bullet casings. We know it from the Utah governor. We know it from his own mother.
so-
Yes, we do. Let's be really clear on that.
Even if that's true, so then you're saying because, let's say this guy's a leftist, even if that's true, does that make it okay for the sitting president of the United States to incite violence against liberals?
The President of the United States has not accepted violence against liberals. The President of the United States made a joke at the Charlie Kirk Memorial, which was funny and self-deprecating. It was on the heels of Erica Kirk saying she, in an extraordinary moment, forgave her husband's killer.
He
And let me finish. And then President Trump got up and making a joke, playing off of what Erica said. He said, we disagree. I need to do better. Erica's going to try to convince me, but I'm in a different place. And that's completely normal for a politician to be thinking about his political fights. And
Correct. The thing about it is Trump doesn't have to agree. Trump should punish the guy. People don't have to forgive the guy just because she does. Nobody has to forgive him, period. It's completely ridiculous to even suggest that. I don't even... Yeah, exactly. W. Megyn Kelly for sure. She did a good job in this argument, you know. Good thing government is super competent with when the Democrats are in charge. Yeah, no joke. Good God. Yeah, it's sad. It's really, really sad to see how many, like, Democrats still think that Joe Biden's economy was okay. It was so bad. It's unbelievable. Our house price shot up from $174,000 to $300,000. Like, that doesn't help us. That makes me pay triple my taxes every year. That's crazy, you know? That makes payments so high that as the house gets older and older, it makes it harder to take out a loan to fix the house up to keep it up with those housing prices. Because now, instead of just paying my normal $1,200 I was a month, because of property taxes going up, it goes up to $1,700 a month. And Democrats are like, oh, it was fine. Joe Biden destroyed the housing market and all that stuff, but it's okay. You can deal with that. And it's like, no, we can't. That really messed a lot of stuff up for us. And then on top of the Biden vax mandate that lost me my job at Google. Yeah, that was great on top of that. Amazing stuff. Interest rates on houses then go from 0.99% under Trump to 13%. Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, just keep slapping it on us, guys. Yeah, this economy's amazing. Good job, Democrats. That's what they did. They made grocery prices shoot through the roof. They made gas prices go from $1.70 to $3.80 where I live. It's crazy that they think that's okay. And they're like, no, trust us. You just don't realize spending more money is better. And it's like, yeah, I'm glad that, you know, we're having to struggle and live paycheck to paycheck now in a time where we didn't have to live paycheck to paycheck. Under Trump's first presidency, amazing. I've never experienced such a good economy in my life. It was such a wonderful time. The left, they don't like working class people. They don't like us. It's insane. They're rich people. They're very bitter, and they want everyone under their feet.
by the way, Trump has every right to loathe his enemies. They tried to put him in jail for the rest of his life. They tried to bankrupt him. They tried to put his family in jail. And they tried to kill him.
Criminal. Jack Smith.
Wait. Okay, now you go.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, he's an idiot. He didn't understand. He was sitting there arguing. She's saying, now you go, you know, but he thought she meant leave. He's just so dumb. What a dumb kid. That poor kid probably punches his sister when he gets home. Man, what an absolute jerk. It's hilarious, though. Very hilarious. I'm not watching that. So dumb. Yeah, anyway, that was a pretty good video. I liked it. Let's see here. Is there anything else that I can... Oh, digital ID. That's been going on. What the heck are the British doing right now? This is crazy. This guy, Rupert Lowe. I have just submitted a parliamentary motion opposing digital ID. All supportive MPs must immediately put aside petty political differences and come together to oppose such a horrific scheme. Say no to digital ID. Yeah, that's a very bad idea. That people's IDs will get stolen so quick. It's everything about that's such a stupid idea. Like, that's unbelievable. This is like ultimate Big Brother. I like how V for Vendetta. America's fighting a civil war because their government, you know, is all corrupt and stuff. And they went super utopia, and now the utopia has collapsed. And then Britain was like the kind of smarter area that didn't quite do it. You know, they weren't quite as dumb in the movie. And then, you know, obviously everything kind of gets to the point where you lose your free speech and everyone's, you know, underground, can't freely speak, can't, you know, it's super utopian in Britain afterwards. And, you know, it's all this like Orwellian garbage going on. And the UK is actually just like on the forefront of it right now, instead of America being the first one on it. It's kind of weird, because that's how they kind of phrased it in V for Vendetta, was they put it in like America did this thing first and it failed. Now Britain, it's their time to come in and start up their civil war. But it's actually Britain on the forefront of this, and they're fixing to cause their own civil war rapidly. Rapidly. And it's just like, wow, I didn't think it would be America. Yeah, well, you know, it's just like the opposite of V for Vendetta. That person probably didn't think America would be the one watching the UK go through their version of a near civil war and a bunch of, you know, hostile takeover from very Orwellian people that are in government, you know. It's insane. Sad to see. All British adults are to require digital ID, you know. Starmer's pushing this. It's apparently to help get all the illegals out. We didn't have this issue with illegals back in the 90s and the 80s and the 70s. It's pretty easy to get them out of our country then. We didn't have digital technology like that. Apparently, they think that they could trick the public into thinking, well, we just can't find all these people without it. Are you kidding me? You guys are a freaking island. Like, are you insane? It's not hard to find out where the migrants are. It's not like you're miles from coast to coast to go through in a straight line, let alone everywhere else. Like, people don't understand how big the United States is. They just don't in these foreign countries. So then they think, oh my gosh, the UK is so big. Yeah, of course we need a, you know, ID. And it's digital IDs to find these people. And it's like, no, you don't. You don't. I hope most people are saying no to this. I hope most people aren't falling for it, you know. So the real reason Labour staff are jumping ship becomes clear as Starmer just announced he required all UK adults to own government-issued digital ID. Tony Blair stated the idea and destruction of Britain, and Starmer wants to put the final nails in our coffins. We say no. Yeah. Oh, man. This is crazy, you know. Oh, here we go. Turning Point UK. I didn't know they had a UK version. I'll subscribe to that. Oh, wait. I wish I could just follow, whatever. Digital IDs will not be used to catch illegal migrants. They will be used to continue the persecution of patriots. And that's right. Man, watching that video made me so mad. That crazy officers who were knocking on their door trying to get into their house and stuff because their child viewed a post. Straight up Nazis, dude. Like, anyway, if they wanted to catch illegal migrants, then they would start doing ID checks in London, Birmingham, and Bradford, but they won't. Police, however, use digital IDs to build a database of people who attend right-of-center protests to enable further intimidation and bullying of attendees. Yeah, they're just going to misuse the IDs. There's no doubt about it. Oh, YouTube's buffering seems to have stopped now. Are you kidding me? For real? Is this doing this crap again? Hold on. Better not be. Oh, let's see what's going on here. Rumple's working. Everything seems to be working. To own government-issued digital ID. Tony Blair. That seems fine. Not losing any viewers, am I? Huh. Let me see. Your channel. Government-issued digital ID. Tony Blair. No, it's fine. Weird. Maybe just seems fine on my end. It's odd. Didn't Vietnam just close millions of bank accounts because of digital IDs? Oh, I don't know about that. I should check into that. That's wild if that's the case. For real? Yeah. There we go. That right here. There we go. Refresh. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Digital ID cards, that's not an approach. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, good luck. Yeah, these are the two who will... Absolutely. If you think police want digital IDs to catch illegal migrants, I have a bridge to sell you. Exactly. These two tyrants right here, just absolute Nazis. Straight up. Straight up. Enjoy OAN Plus. Is that that's what they're doing right now? Really? This? Ridiculous. Let's see. And you thought George was just spinning yarn? Remember, 2 + 2 = 5. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, they warned us. Those books are not being read in school anymore for a reason. Everyone knows this. So, anyway, guys, sorry, I have to cut this stream pretty short today. It's been a very, very busy day. It's been a lot, to say the least. So, yeah, it's, it's just a lot of work. A lot of work. No big deal or anything like that. But anyway, I'm just a little tired tonight. I'm going to be live streaming again tomorrow, of course. Tomorrow night, probably around the same time. I don't know when the best time to go live for everyone is. And, I don't know. I'm just going to have to research it out, I guess. But guys, if y'all aren't in my Discord, link is down in my description below. You can join there. We have a good time. You know, all that good stuff. Definitely, please like, subscribe. If you're new, please definitely do all that stuff and share this out. But yeah, join the Discord. I'm going to go ahead. I kind of ran out of some stories for the most part. Not a whole lot going on today like there was yesterday. I got that. I have that Starbucks video. I think I'm gonna upload that. It's an okay video. It's I don't know. Today's really slow. YouTube isn't updating at all. I think they're gonna, new channel. Yeah, this is going on right now. 59 minutes ago now. So let's see. YouTube terminated newly created channels belonging to Alex Jones and Nick Fuentes less than 12 hours after their Thursday launch, citing violations, rules, and all that. Okay, so, the program remains closed and excludes the case involving hate speech harassment. Oh! Excludes cases involving hate speech or harassment. Well, Alex Jones never did that stuff, though. So, I don't know. Dankula did retweet out. I missed this. Everyone who is banned for the COVID election stuff can come back. No, not like that. Yeah, exactly. Updates from YouTube. Zach says this. Asmongold. This logically makes sense, but time will tell if YouTube is committed to the ideal of free speech or not once the new program is implemented. Using very controversial examples like Nick Fuentes or Alex Jones, and if they're approved by the program, reveal the truth. Yeah. I don't know. I think we kind of align on what's been going on here. So we'll have to see. We'll definitely have to see. Yeah, everyone here is commenting. Okay, so they finally kind of brought this in. Yeah. All right, it doesn't look like there's any new updates at all from YouTube, is there? Just actually go up to them. Yeah, nothing. Absolutely nothing. What are you watching? Oh, I thought it said I selected this. It was like, no, I didn't partake in this poll. But it just ended. Yeah, I don't see anything in particular there at all. So, I don't know. I have no idea where this is going to go. We'll probably find out here in the next day or so. I'll see if I can't have an update for you guys. But anyway, thank you all so much for being here. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, wait, what's this? Did everyone hear that they indicted Comey about an hour? Wait, really? Ah, oh, great. Starting with the weak one, huh? Let's see. Left. James Comey telling Congress in September 2020 that Steele dossier wasn't used in 2016 intelligence community assessment Russia hoax. Right. Tulsi Gabbard release from July. Okay, we got that. Grand jury indicts former FBI. Oh. Grand jury did it. Okay. It looks like it's been updated. I think. Looks like they Line under oath. Breaking. Letitia James is expected to be indicted alongside James Comey. When was this? In the coming days. Okay. When did he upload this? What time? It's been like, that was 3 o'clock. It's been a little bit, I think, since former director James Comey is expected to be indicted in the coming days. Oh, okay. So it must have been. That was at 2:30. So definitely within the past couple hours for sure, he was indicted. Let's see. Okay. Okay, maybe before I get off here. Let me just change this and see if this does anything. Let's see. Thank you for telling me that. I'll do it like this. Okay. I'll just do it like that. Whatever. Save changes there. Let's see what this does real quick. Yeah, exactly. If they indict all of them, that'd be great. You know, we'll see what they do. Definitely see what they do here. Oh, probably. Let's okay. All right. That's very frustrating. That's very, very frustrating. It didn't save it at all. Are you kidding me? Is that for real? Hold on. Okay. Well, it saved it on YouTube, and I guess that's what matters. Very silly. Very, very silly of this stinking platform here. Okay. There we go. Okay. Maybe that'll do something. Anyway, let's read this, and then I'll have to probably hop off. So, a federal grand jury in the Eastern District of Virginia indicted former FBI Director James Comey on Thursday for allegedly lying to Congress during his 2020 Senate Judiciary Committee testimony about authorizing leaks of sensitive memos related to the 2016 Russia investigation into Donald Trump's campaign. Declassified documents from Comey's aides contradict his denial supporting the perjury charge, while the obstruction count arises from efforts to conceal those communications and carries a potential sentence of up to 20 years. The indictment follows a rushed grand jury process under a new U.S. Attorney Lindsay Halligan. Amid administration pressure, just days before the perjury statute of limitations expires on September 30th. All right, let's see the latest stuff. You know, no justice here. The Treasury and military are the only government entities that should stay open. Congress and the rest of the government should be shut down. No pay, no further notice, 248 days posting inauguration day, no arrests of any significance, no convictions, my energy, my mortgage, payments, food, costs have never been higher the same since 2021. Never been higher the same since 2021. This guy is really going off here, isn't he? I don't think he's well. Let's see. Here's 19 presidents right here. Yeah. All these people here, who are they? I can't, good Lord. Why is it so washed? Weird. Anyway, make him answer for what he did. Will Chris Wray be the second FBI director? I mean, this is kind of the small fry. I don't understand, like, why, I guess go for the small fry first, see how the rest react. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if that's even worth it, you know? Welcome to live chat. Thank you, YouTube. I've been here the whole time. You know. So, grand jury want to let a traitor go. They don't want him to be punished. Yeah, I mean, well, everything's alleged until, you know, proven in a court of law. Once the court says that it's proven, then it's proven. It's not alleged anymore at that point. That's just how it works here in the United States. Gotta have the court of law stamp it, give it that rubber stamp. Anyway, did James Comey lie? It seems that yes. Those who say the accusations against Trump were political persecution, we bring you these accusations are not because mine say so. Okay. This guy is unhinged. Try English. Let's see. Not really a whole lot of information here, is there? James Comey has been indicted on 2 counts, perjury and obstruction. Former FBI Director James Comey has been indicted on charges of making a false statement. Yeah, all that good stuff. Okay. Is the White House said anything about this yet? Let's see. Starting October 1st, 2025, we will be imposing a 100% tariff on any branded or patented pharmaceutical product unless the company is building their pharmaceutical manufacturing plant in America. Brilliant. That's amazing right there. And that's how you do it. You tell them, build your facility. If you're building right now, we'll still import and not put a tariff on it. But that's a brilliant strategy right there. See, the left doesn't seem to pay attention to that stuff. They don't pay attention to it even a little bit, Anyway, justice in America. One of the worst human beings this country has ever been exposed to is James Comey, the former corrupt head of the FBI. Today, he was indicted by a grand jury on 2 felony counts of various illegal and unlawful acts. He has been so bad for our country for so long and is now at the beginning of being held responsible for his crimes against our nation. Make America great again. Comey better squeal. Comey better squeal. That's probably going to be the good thing for him, I have to say, alleged for legal reasons. Exactly. Let's see. Under my direction, the soldiers who Medal of Wounded Knee will accept their medals. Okay. That was quite a long time ago, the Battle of Wounded Knee. Promises made, promises kept. Donald J. Trump, yeah, okay. Puts America first, all right. Let's, he did sign a bunch of executive orders today, didn't he? Which one was this one?
With ensuring that we can preserve TikTok as a platform for the 170 million Americans who use it, while ensuring that their data is properly protected as required by law. With this executive order, you will be...
He has saved TikTok. Wow, that's so amazing. I would take this. Why are we doing this? If it's not Facebook, it doesn't, or if it's not MySpace, it's not even worth saving.
Did you promise leaders this week that you would not allow Israel to annex the West Bank? Is that something that you...
I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. No, I will not allow it. It's not going to happen.
Did you speak with Netanyahu about this directly?
Yeah, but I'm not going to allow it. Whether I spoke to him or not, I did. But I'm not allowing Israel to annex the West Bank. There's been enough. It's time to stop now, okay?
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Did you promise leaders...
I absolutely love that. I am not allowing them to do that. Yeah, I think that ends the whole, BS that Israel controls America. Sorry, I don't buy it. I don't buy that they control America whatsoever.
Secretary Hexer is inviting military leaders from all around the country on Tuesday. Will you also be there?
That lady got a frog in her throat? What's going on?
From all around the country to what?
To Virginia.
He's inviting the generals and admirals to Virginia for a big meeting. They're not sure why.
Well, I know. I love it. I mean, I think it's great. Let them be friendly. Let them be friendly with the generals and admirals from all over the world. Why? Is there something? No, but is there something wrong with it?
And what is it about? Will you be there personally as well? And what is it about?
Well, I'll be there if they want me, but why is that such a big deal? I mean, the fact that we're getting along with the generals and admirals from all... Remember, I'm the president of peace. It's good to get along. It's good. You act like this is a bad thing. Isn't it nice that people are coming from all over the world to be with us?
It's not particularly unusual that generals who report to the Secretary of War and then to the President of the United States are coming to speak with the Secretary of War. It's actually not unusual at all, and I think it's odd that you guys have made it into such a big story.
Is it a big story? I mean,
I don't think it is, sir.
I would think it's no, but isn't it a good story? I mean, we're respected from all over.
It's a pretty good one. Yeah, I don't know why people are getting all freaked out over that. I really don't understand.
The world as a military force, that
just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I saw this and it's like, it was kind of alarming because of the way they phrased it. They're like, oh my gosh, she's meeting up with it. And then it was like, well, like meeting up with them all at once. And it was like, oh, okay, are we planning a form of attack? And then it's like, no, this actually did used to happen a lot. You know, it's just unusual with Biden and his administration, I guess. Breaking, Trump just signed a huge deal executive order that saves TikTok. Okay, did we officially, like, get it to be ours? Because this is what's going to happen. This is exactly what's going to happen. Is China is going to end up making a whole new app. And it's going to be the same format because they don't care. And then people are just probably going to use that, or it's going to be competing with it. I don't think it's going to matter because it's not the name of the app that matters. It's the fact that if you can clone that app perfectly, it's not really, you know, it just, I don't know. It's not going to stick around. One, especially with the left, because the left are the most people who use TikTok. I don't think that it's going to stick around because they're all going to flock to the other platform and they're going to be like, oh, well, this is all American. Let's go to the Chinese one. Remember what they did with that little red book or whatever, you know? It's just, yeah, Chinese spyware. Exactly. It's TikTok. It's sad. I don't have TikTok on my phone. I don't have TikTok on anything. Just don't have it. It's not good. It's not okay. But anyway, yeah, I guess we'll find out more about Comey's indictment probably a little later on. Man, every story that has broken today, I swear, has been like a half a page of like information, and that's it. It's like nothing. It's so weird because so many things have happened today. But you'll see when I upload this, like, I'm just going to go ahead and upload this this video. I'm probably going to upload it right now. Let me just upload it right now. Let's we'll go here. It's such it's Starbucks getting well going broke, but it's such a short page of information with not a lot, just not a lot to offer. But go there and give it likes and stuff like that, and you know, interact with it as much as possible. It helps a lot. It's just, I don't know, news just isn't too crazy interesting to me today. Just really not, unfortunately. Not a whole lot going on. It's just one of those days, you know. Yeah. Obama just attacked innocents, started wars, but somehow gets a Nobel Peace Prize for it. Exactly. You know, it is the way it is. Department of Defense is much better name, especially if you're going to call yourself the President of Peace. But either way, well, I think it was just about the transparency. You know what I mean? It's just the whole act of like, look, this is what we do. This is the Department of War. And not to mention, it scares your enemies. You know, peace through strength. There's that too. I don't know. It's, hopefully, and hey, maybe Tim Pool's right here. You know, maybe he's correct.
It looks like Trump is getting just what he wants. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a massive escalation at the political level. Trump and
I don't know if it is. I think Tim's being a little hyperbolic there. It's a start. It can be a start. The problem is if it's not actually genuinely a start, the issue we're going to run into mainly is just going to be the fact that if it's the beginning of the end right here, who cares that James Comey got arrested? It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter at all. If he just does this and gets the small fry and arrests up the small fry and stuff like that, then, you know, it's not going to improve this country. So Obama better find himself behind bars. Hillary Clinton better find herself behind bars for any of this to matter. If they're not put behind bars, who cares? At the end of the day, James Comey going to jail is no different than Derek Chauvin. You know what I mean? It's someone who definitely, you know, deserves to be in jail. But, you know, it's just one of those things that it's like they got too big of a sentence. It was made too big into a thing for no reason. Like, Derek Chauvin deserved whatever a torture charge would give. And that's it. He didn't murder a guy. You know what I mean? That's not what happened. But he got murder charges. That same thing's going to happen to Comey. You know what I mean? Comey's going to get, you know, probably life in prison or some crap, 20 years or something, when realistically he probably deserves about 10 years in prison. All he did was lie, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong. What he did was treasonous and very, very wrong, in my opinion. But it's not like he was the one giving the orders. He was the one following the orders at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And if they just punish Comey and go, there we go, he's the one who did it, game over, it's not going to mean anything to this country whatsoever. You know? Yeah, exactly. Pelosi, Soros, Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, those are the ones that need to be going. Those are the ones that have done the wrong. And if they're not going to go after them, then it's bad. But if Tim's right, and
if you want in, head over to crypto.
Nope. Never mind. I thought he was going to make a point. I was going to be like, ha. And then he's just, you know, getting sponsored by crypto. Great. Oh, okay. Anyway, I got a sponsor offer. I got a sponsor offer from a guy. It's not at a bad price either. The only issue is it's like 2 videos, and I have a feeling that it's like, my channel just doesn't feel ready for sponsors yet. You know what I mean? It's not there. I think in order to get sponsors, I need to have an average of like, I don't know, 200 people in a live stream at one time, consecutive time. Getting about, I don't know, 5 to 10,000 views per video just on average. Well, once I get to that point, I'll feel comfortable taking sponsors probably, because then there's an actual likelihood that the sponsors get paid. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to burn that bridge too early on. Get a sponsor out their video. Only like 7 or 8 people click into their stuff, maybe buy a few things, and then they like paid me like, I don't know, $1,000, let's say. You know, I take $1,000 from them, and then they make like 50. Guess what they're going to do? They're never going to renew another contract with me again. You know, they're going to be like, oh, we didn't have anybody buy our stuff. So, you know, and it's just, you know, word gets out. So it's like, yeah, I think I'm just going to wait until the channel beefs up quite a bit more, you know, quite a bit more than that. YouTube does block a lot of my viewers. Absolutely they do. Otherwise, I'd have a lot more people in here right now. I got 15,000 subscribers, you know. I have a lot of people all of the time tell me, man, I haven't seen you upload in forever. What the heck? And it's like, dude, there's a bunch of new videos on my channel, you know. But, you know, it is what it is. It's just, that's why I'm trying to get everybody to go into my Discord, because then you actually get notified of my videos. My Discord's set up to where you will get a notification every time for one of my videos that uploads. So, Left 4 Dead, or Dead Island. Man, I am trying to convince Kai to maybe do some Left 4 Dead. We'll have to see what happens, of course. But I am trying to work into it. We're talking this week. I just talked to him today. It's his birthday today. Everyone say happy birthday, Kai. He and I are going to talk probably more tomorrow about it. And I think we're going to get to record maybe next week or late this week. I'm not sure which one. But yeah. Oh, Ed, yeah, I would happily take the money. I just need to make sure that I got a return for him. You know what I mean? Like, to get a sponsor, to, you know, have sponsors on your channel, you got to make sure that, you know, there's at least enough people viewing. So statistically, they would absolutely, you know what I mean? Statistically, they'd absolutely, you know, get their fill, get what they need from it. Because ideally, it's a business partnership, you know? I advertise them with the expectation that people are going to go to them, you know. And I got to make sure it's a good product. Got to make sure it's a good product too. Can't be something really dumb that people are going to look at and be like, this is crap. What did you push off on us? That's why I did that whole Melaleuca stuff. It was great stuff. I canceled them because they literally wanted a written letter to cancel your membership. And I was like, I'm not doing that to people. I'm not going to make people sign up and then them literally have to jump through hoops and mail a letter in the mail to cancel. That's completely and totally ridiculous. I can cancel any other thing I want in my life through my phone. You know? What I get you for Kai's birthday? Oh, man. More of my attention than he got. No. He, let's see. He got himself a nice new acoustic guitar. Hold on, I'm gonna Maybe I'll show it off for the internet here. Let's see. He got himself a pretty nice little Martin acoustic. I'll blow it all up so people don't see any details. Find his dad's Marine Corps blanket here. Pretty guitar. Very pretty guitar. Very nice. Let's check out the headstock on this thing. A nice Martin. You know, pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff, right? I think it looked pretty good. I think it's a nice, clean. Can't wait to go test it out myself. You know what I mean? Amazon Prime did? What did they reach a settlement for? I haven't seen that. Interesting. Maybe they owe me money. That'd be great. Who knows? Oh, man. Yeah, it's, let's see. Is there anything else that, why was Lakota trending? What's going on with that? What's going on there? Just make sure I'm not. Oh, okay. Okay. The only American to ever win Olympic gold in the 10,000 meters? Huh. He's still alive today. No way. Is he? Wild. Interesting. PCAG says that soldiers from 1890 Wounded Knee battle will keep their medals of honor. Let's be honest, Wounded Knee was a massacre of Lakota men, women, children. Over 250 were killed. Calling it a battle honors an atrocity. Okay, I don't care, guys. Okay, I really genuinely do not care. Native American here. Don't care, okay? A long time ago, we're sitting here trying to dissect history and punish people that are long gone who were hailed in their time. It's not our place to do that anymore. That time's over. It's gone. It's not our decisions to make. People had reasons for doing things back then. We don't have to do those same things today. We can condemn them, but we don't have the ability to remove any type of award that they received, period. Because they're gone. All the people who it mattered to, they're all gone. What does it do for you? Aha, we're going to take your medals away. Okay, nobody's around that even cares about that anymore. You're not virtue signaling to anybody who is relevant at that time. None of them know you took their medals away. None of them will ever know. It's such a waste of time, and that's why Democrats are stupid. They waste their times with going back, trying to change history. And it does nothing. They call themselves progressives, but they constantly just worry about the past. There's nothing more regressive than that. They're not pushing forward. You know? Yeah, guitar's a cool gift, right? Yeah, what a waste of time, exactly. Yeah. Oh, man. I can't wait to get myself a new one of these, though. I really, really, really want a new Music Man Majesty. Badly. This one can look cool on camera. Here, it's like, in this light, it's green, so it's almost transparent. And then in this light, oh, let's see, right there, it's purple. Turns purple. There we go, green. It just kind of changes depending on the angle you have it. But yeah, straight up and down light is green. Direct on light is purple. Ugh. I've got the most stupid story on getting that guitar too. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Got caught up in 2 tornadic storms to get myself a Music Man Majesty. And I left empty-handed, actually. It was a solid black one. I left there empty-handed. And I had to order that one online. It was awful. Maybe I'll tell you all that story later if I haven't told it before. What a garbage story that was. That was such a bad day. Oh, the inside of my car was all flooded too because I parked in this movie theater parking lot to take cover from the tornado. And the parking lot flooded badly. The water wasn't in my car, but I had to open the door to get back into my car to go home. So And the water just was not going down. It was like, this sucks. This sucks, you know? And couldn't roll my windows down or anything like that. So it just had to pop the door open. Water just rushed right on in. Good stuff. Striped Ernie Ball EVH. That'd be cool. That'd be really, really cool. Man. Yeah, I'd just really like to get myself a top tier Ernie Ball Petrucci one of these days. The amethyst particularly, I have a little bit of time. I could just let's see. Amethyst, did I spell that right? Amethyst. There it is. This is what I want right here. Look at that translucent wood. Oh man. It's on Ernie Ball. Or on Music Man. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That right there. Look at that beauty. That is an amazing looking guitar. I'll move myself. That is just gorgeous. Oh, let's get up close. Oh, look at that back. Look at all that flamed maple. See, this is my stuff right here. Just such a gorgeous guitar. Come on, get up close. Look at that. Look at that awesome paint job. That's just unbelievable. I wish they had better up close pictures. Like, somebody's got to have one. Then I'm going to hop off here, guys. Let's see. Who's got the best pictures of this? Maybe this. Oh, really? Yeah, okay, cool. Let's see. Somebody's got to have a really, really good listing. Here's another Reverb. Reverb usually gets the best pictures. That's not the amethyst, is it? Oh, man, they took the ugliest pictures possible. Nice lighting, guys. Come on. That's not good. Watch that be the actual official Ernie Ball page that I just went through. Peach Guitars. Maybe they'll have great pictures, or maybe Guitar Center. Maybe I'll try them. Okay, any of these want to work? Okay. One final try here. I zoom in. Oh, okay. That's nice. Okay. Can I just like... Can I zoom in pretty good here? Yeah, it's okay. It's a pretty decent zoom. You can see that center maple piece going down. That's nice. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just amazing, isn't it? Anyway, sorry, guys. Not to bore you all completely with this, but that's just what I'm into. That's really what I'm into there. Nicest playing guitar you ever had. Deem Diebag Dixie Rebel. Yeah. I love those. A real one, they have that triangular neck. I really like the way those feel. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. I got to help with the kids. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.